prompt for January 2nd is to work out a 1-minute movement phrase based on a conversation or a story that we heard recently. And I am very much into both, especially conversations that make me laugh out hilariously. But unfortunately, I couldn't remember a good conversation. But just remembered that very recently I was in my capoeira class, and the instructor, the mestre, was teaching us how to sing a song and then broke down the words of the song. And it was just so beautiful to me that put me into the body of when I was a kid, and just really loved listening to stories, which I haven't really changed. And that is what I'm going to try to share with you. And part of it is that he was sitting in a chair telling us the story. So I just wanted to tell you that I'll be using that as a prop, and breaking down this prompt into 3 sections. 1, where I'm going to just tell you the story. 2, where I'm going to try to act out the story without words. And then 3, try to make that 1-minute phrase. Okay, let's begin. So the story as a song is about a yellow canary bird, which in Brazil is pretty famous, but was brought in by German people, or German immigrants, because it's native to Germany, this particular bird. And everybody wanted to have this bird, and so they would go and hunt down this bird and put it into these cages. And so the story basically related a person witnessing this canary being caged and talking with the canary. So, and also talking with the people who feel compelled to hunt down the canary to put them in cages. So some of the really beautiful imagery of it is the canary's beautiful yellow chest. In classical Indian dance, we have this thing called abhinaya, which is the mapping of emotion onto the body. And we use our whole body, including our faces. So, like, you can see me being a birdie, like, where I'm, like, pretty cute. And I got fuzzy chest. And I like to sing. I'm a little birdie. Or birdie. Oh, birdie. And like I didn't say, I'm like a little not in touch with all of my temple dance movements. It's been a while sometimes for some of these movements to come out. And glad my skin looks like it's golden. So there's my yellow canary bird. And birds fly. So we've got the flying bird. Roll our shoulders, you can roll it forward. Okay. What else about the bird? They kind of tend to like look around, like noticing things. And they're happy and unsuspecting, like little dopey bird. But they can also sing. And part of the song they're saying is that the caged bird that sings is actually a bird that is singing because it's crying. So the song that you're hearing from a caged bird is not one of happiness, and it's probably not really sending any good vibes, really. So the distinction between a free bird and a caged bird, is very different. So we can also kind of show, usually we use this to show the world. It's kind of a gesture of the world. But I wanted to show the cage, and so I was experimenting with maybe bars. So this kind of draws out the vertical bars of the cage using some visual techniques. And then when you open the cage, I'm just trying different things. When you open the cage and the bird flies out, right? Or when the birdie is sitting there maybe kind of sitting there. But then you have a net that you just throw, you cast, and then the birdie receives, has all of the mesh come, and then it's caught. So we can have the birdie try to fly, but then get caught, and then it keeps flying and fluttering. So we can have the birdie try to move, but then it gets caught. So like here visually it needs to be in the same place, and then you can see the birdie cannot leave. So it's now trying to like move off the net, but can't move off the net. This is such a sad story. Anyways, it was just really moving to me. So part of this story also is that we'll release the birdie so the birdie can fly away and into freedom. And we tell them, never come back. Never come back to this cage. Never. You never come back to this cage, right? Oftentimes we do a lot of hand gestures to kind of tell the story. We have a little bit of body movement, but Oriental, Eastern, Southeast Asian, South Asian temple forms, which are kind of demi-sitting like this, we have some movement, but we're not like leaping across the stage. So it's always a challenge how to make these stories dynamic, because a lot of the stories are kind of danced to be very close to the audience, and so they can see our faces, which is why our faces are really important. They can see our bodies, so our hand gestures are important. And also there's an understanding of what some of the hand gestures are, so it's almost codified. So it may not translate easily. And so my challenge has been, how do we like break it up a little bit and get playful and creative, so we can tell these stories that may not come from necessarily the lands that our ancestors came from as South Asian and Southeast Asian folks, but land stories that we come across with our diasporic selves in these other countries that we grew up in.